Alright guys, I guess I'll do a review of this Suaoki, it's called a solar power inverter generator. It's a battery with solar inputs and with 12 volt inputs, 3.5 amp inputs, etc. You can see them displayed here, and then the other inputs are on the side. There's AC as well. And it has 3 buttons here. You can switch it on. You can have a DC, AC, I believe, or all 3. So basically, I've just got it on now. It's charging, and I've used this for how long now? It's been some amount of time, several months, since October. So about 4 months. So I've been using this on a pretty consistent basis. Now I'm using it. I've used it as an auxiliary power supply. You know, I've plugged in a TV or something very, low expenditure, 12 volt TV, or I've charged the phone or so off of it. But the basic use I've been making of it is as an assist to my batteries. For instance, I've recently had about a 15-day, probably more like a 25-day, with 2 or 3 days of real sunshine. It's been a long overcast period, so my solar was getting beaten. So I've been using this, and let me clarify this. I'm using this as, the AC connection back here. I use the AC connection over here, and basically what I'm using is the AC connection to plug into a charger. The charger I keep behind my driver's seat, and it's connected to my my batteries, the batteries that power most of the van, most of the van's 12 volt. And of course it also powers AC through the inverter on the rare times I use it, and it does a very good job. Now it has a gotcha, because when charging through my specific charger, so I'm not sure this is an issue with this system or with my charger, it'll occasionally get an error called E14. I've never found out what that error is, but when that occurs, it occurs when I plug this into the charger, and then there is a cycle where the charger basically syncs up. So there's a period, and then when it finally begins to charge, then sometimes I will get that E14 error and it will hang. Now it does not hang all the time. It doesn't hang when, for instance, I'm dangerously low on battery power. It seems to work fine. So I've yet to find a factor that makes that the case. But I can say that this has been reliable. Now, on occasion, with that E14 error, if it is close up to its capacity, and I try to charge it, up to the capacity, then occasionally I will get that error. But then I'll hit this AC on. This is AC on here. And then I've got it plugged into my charger. Now, if I'll turn this off, AC off, and then I'll turn it back on. Then 5 times out of 10 it'll immediately, and sometimes it'll take me a third time. So it does take some time for my charger, but that's not the basic use for this. So I'm not holding it against it, and the fact my charger could be to blame for that. So, and it's I'm not going to give it any hard time for that. But as an auxiliary power supply, it's pretty handy. It's 400 watt hours, so it does give you a pretty extensive time. You can run a TV overnight. You can probably run a couple of different other applications overnight. You can charge your phone, and it works fine. And I use it. I can use it in that fashion when I have plenty of solar, and I'm not using it as an assist to keep the batteries charged. And that only happens like, what are these 16 to 20 day, overcast periods like I've had in, very recent, maybe 1 or 2 days of sunshine. So ridiculous in Texas in March and late February for it to be that cloudy for that long. But that's getting back to that. So I have to give this thing a good recommendation. It takes it a while to charge. If I drain it all the way down, and I do it occasionally, it's lithium, so draining it down should not limit battery life. But I plug it in, and it takes about 8 to 9 hours for this thing to charge from 0 or close to 0. Can't really tell if it's on 0, all the way back up to capacity. So that's an extensive amount of time. So if I do use this, for instance, if I take it and it's down at the beginning of work, I'm almost got to wait till the end of work before it's reached its capacity, maybe a little less. So that's a gotcha. But other than that, I can't really find a real complaint. Now, once again, this is a licensed product. I've seen multiple other vendors with different names besides Suaoki with this exact same chassis and form factor, so I assume it's a licensed product, and that's quite often what you get out of China. But, you know, not that it's not good, because, you know, there's a major company that's worth $1 trillion. I think the first company ever to be worth that. Named after fruit, and their stuff is made in China, so it's not to say that it's not finely made, and I have had no issue with it to this point. I want to give you a quick look at this Suaoki 400 watt hour. There's a 500 watt hour that I've recently purchased. I just purchased an addition because I had to eliminate one of the other ones I had. I damaged it, and it was a chiffon, C-H-A-F-O-N, and it began to smell, and I do not keep around electrical products that smell, because that might mean there's a short. So I dumped that one. So I had another Suaoki, so I got it. So I just want to give you a quick look at this. I got it on eBay. You can get these on eBay, and you could probably make an offer and get them less than the price you might find on Amazon or some other vendor, or distributor, I'm trying to say. So I just went to eBay. I think I offered $40 or $50 under the retail I saw elsewhere, and they accepted my offer. So I want to give you a quick look at this and give you, and this is a nice addition. Now I can say it's lasted October, November, December, January, and February. So I've had it for 5 months. I know, the lifespan of it, I don't know. I have had no issues within that 5 months. So I assume it'll last another 7 months and beyond. But that's the range of usage I am working with right now. All right, that's all I've got to tell you on this. I can't say it would be a bad purchase. Other than a little hiccup I get with my charger, which I think might be charger blamed. It's been smooth, and it's kept my power during long dry periods or cloudy periods, rainy periods, which means I get like 1 or 2 watts off of the panels on top of the van. So can't complain. All right, that's all I've got. I will talk to you later. I'll be back with more reviews of the stuff I've been using, for my build, and everything else. I'm going to be going through basically everything I've got to show a level of reliability over at least a certain period of time.